the times were a-changing, you know, and the 60s were big changes, and the county was changing. I remember when the Sotos bought it, there was this big thing in the paper that they were going to remodel it and do all this, but I don't think all that ever came to be. The dining room by then was really sort of dark, you know, and it had changed a lot. You know, they hadn't really updated it that much. During the colonial time, they did some remodeling, and it just didn't look the same. And it was kind of real disappointing because my memories were so good of the other way. It had just run its course, you know. And the country club had been built, and a lot of the banquets and things were at the country club. So really and truthfully, it just kind of faded away. That's what I'd say.
Oh, wow. The pictures are the same, the chandelier. Oh, that's beautiful. Wow. My name is Keitha Stoney, and I worked in the Crown Hotel from the very beginning when they refurbished the hotel for about approximately 10 years. Oh my God, it's the same labels. Those must be 30 years old. I moved here in 1979. I was living here in Inverness, and I saw them refurbishing this beautiful old building. And I was watching it and seeing what was progressing, and heard that they were interviewing and asked for applications. So I came in and asked around. And it was a construction site then, and one of the construction workers told me they were hiring at the law office on Main Street. So that's where you went to fill out an application and for an interview. These people came from overseas, saw the character in this building, and were willing to put millions of dollars into refurbishing it. I couldn't quite understand how they thought they were going to market this little hotel with in this small town. Who would come here? Why would they come here to this community? To them, it was out in the sticks, but they did.
I think everybody was very excited about it, and everybody used it too when it opened, you know.
The menu was special. Everything here was special. People came from miles around to come to this place and eat.
We loved it, and we loved it having on Friday night meeting a group of people down and going in the pub and then going into dinner. And if people came from out of town, it was somewhere special to take them.
It was very, very unique property. Only had 34 bedrooms, but people would come from all over.
All my friends in Ocala and all around would come down, you know, for dinner and everything. They thought it was really something.
They loved the hotel because it was special, it was beautiful, it was top of the line, as far as accommodations go, but it had that warm feeling, that hospitality feeling that you don't get in a lot of places, hardly ever anymore.
It was literally the crown jewel, really. I mean, it lived up to its name.
It was a wonderful place to have a luncheon upstairs for ladies, a baby shower, a wedding shower. You know, it had a lot of use, and at times it was so booked up you couldn't get in.
And we had our regulars that would come back every year. They liked the setting, they loved the food, they loved the pub and its atmosphere, and they just enjoyed the overall experience. And they especially liked when they came that the same people were here all the time, and that we knew who they were. They loved that.
People didn't realize that there was something so nice in such a little out-of-the-way town. You know, it really shined above everything here.
It had a huge impact on Citrus County and the little town of Inverness. Huge, huge impact.
People came here, they didn't expect a place like this to be here.
The locals were very, very proud of this building and what had happened to it, and especially the people who had a history with it. They were just extremely, extremely proud of it and would talk about it wherever they would go. Many times they would go visit somewhere else and they go, "Oh, you're from Inverness where the Crown Hotel is. That's wonderful. Oh, I know the Crown." So it really put Inverness on the map. It was wonderful.
When they first redone this building, I was in school, and it was like, if you got a job at the Crown Hotel, wow, I mean, you were really working someplace snazzy. I mean, this place was nice. It wasn't like working at McDonald's, you know, this was special. You had a good job, you were working here. They originally hired me here as a hostess, and it just kind of grew from there. So I did a little bit of everything, pretty much. You felt like you were doing something when you were serving someone. You weren't just sitting a plate down. You were creating a work of art. You know, you were sharing something from the kitchen that was spectacular. Your presentation was spectacular, and you felt like you were just you felt kind of special. Some of my fondest memories of the hotel, I think, are just working with the people. I mean, it seemed like we somehow became some sort of family. We each knew each other. We were all raising children. A lot of the people that worked here, we were pretty much close in age, and we just shared a common life. And I think that's kind of what made it kind of fun to work here.
The first job I had in the hotel was they hired me as a front desk receptionist. A few years after that, I was made the assistant manager, and then I was a manager for a short time. And I had wonderful, wonderful times. I really enjoyed working here. I think it's probably, looking back on my working career, this is the best job I ever had. I think more about the people I worked with probably than the guests, because the guests come and go, and then a lot of these people that I work with are still around today, so I see them. But a lot of the employees were first hired and they stayed on forever, so they became like your working family. You spend so much time with them, they're like family. They really, really are.